Here's how I color grade DJI D-Log M footage in Premiere Pro. They have their own LUTs. That's the one I want. Once that's downloaded, we're going to go back into Premiere Pro. We're going to select our footage. On the basic correction tab, which is the top one, we're going to go to input LUT and we're going to go to browse. Here's mine. Make sure you remember where you downloaded it to. Boom, that's already done a huge difference. That's with it off and that's with it on. Already brought back basically all the color. Premiere Pro has this cool feature called auto here in the basic correction tab. If you press it, it automatically does what it thinks it should do for the best image. So honestly, using this, it is not bad at all. That looks very good. Let's reset that and see how we can do it a little bit more manually. A good thing which I like to do and a lot of other people like to do is to make a adjustment layer. This is basically a layer of just nothing which you can apply effects to, and then it will affect everything below it in the timeline. While selecting the adjustment layer, get rid of the basic correction and go to the curves. This is where we're going to mess around with the hue versus saturation. Hue, so that's color, so color versus saturation. So you pick a color and then you say how saturated that color should be on the image. So we're going to go with the red, it's the most obvious one, and there you go, it's selected the red for us. And I'm just going to bring this up, and this here should help to bring the color of the car up. It is a car, so it's metal and it's shiny, so there's quite a few shades of red in it. So what I might do is create another, so you can make it a bit wider and we can cover more ground when it comes to the color. Basically, the whole body of the car is now far brighter. The rest of the image is pretty much exactly the same. It's only affecting the redness of the car. But what about all this greenery and foliage next to it? We want that to look nice and bright as well, don't we? So I'm going to do the same thing with some green, and we're going to bump this up, and it's hard to tell the difference until you actually turn it off and back on again. We don't want to go all the way up here because then it will just look a bit silly, and it will also break apart the image. We can see it's artifacting in it now, which does not look good. Now I think we should move on to the sky, so let's select some blue and make this more saturated. Because blue is on the edge, it can be a bit of a pain, so I'm just going to move the slider down here a bit, and I'm going to do the exact same thing again and make another dot. So now, just by utilizing one setting, we have been able to change the image from this to this. That's pretty good. So lastly, I'm going to add a vignette. Now I like to do this on a separate adjustment layer, because if I have other clips, even though the color correction will be different for every shot, I will want the vignette. So we're going to go to the last tab, and the best way to do vignette is just to kind of go the most extreme, just so we can actually see what each section does. So if you want something where it's just on the edges, or you might want something where it covers the border as well. But that just means you can actually work out what each of these four sliders does. There we go. I am happy with that. This is without the vignette and this is with the vignette. It's totally optional. If you even want a vignette, it can make footage look that's that little bit more cinematic sometimes. I'm gonna make the clip a bit longer so I can actually see it. But yeah, this is our finished clip. I think that looks pretty good.